Okay, it's taping on there. All right, so listen up. Okay, color design. Okay, you're gonna see as I go through this, the pictures that they use are awful. Okay, so I'm not even gonna pretend like they're not, but we're gonna talk about when you are talking to hair color clients, you wanna know what they want and what they don't want, okay? So you gotta listen to them. If they say, I hate my last color, I went to salon XYZ, you don't want to hear that, because you can be like all bash in salon XYZ, but you don't even know at that very instant there might be somebody from your salon sitting in salon XYZ saying the same thing about you. So don't even go there. You don't even want to go down that path. Just take the high road. All you want to know is what they don't like and what they do like. You don't care about what anybody did before you. Okay? Discuss color placement and patterns that will be beneficial for the client. We're going to talk about this as we go through here. Okay, so they're saying that color can be placed to create a fashion statement. They only put a couple foils right there. To cover or blend gray hair, you might use a demi-permanent rather than a permanent color, and it'll just blend out the gray. To enhance your existing color, maybe you want something completely different, and to mimic the effects of the sun with highlights. Okay, so you can change the form of a design. If someone has a bob and they just have all one color, you're going to see the bob. If they have a bob and they have highlights, you're going to see the highlights. You're going to see the texture rather than the outline. Or a focal point like that blonde on there. Okay, and all over color, you look at the form of the design, the outline of it. One like this, you don't look at the outline so much as you look at all of this, because you're seeing light and dark pieces. So you're seeing the texture of the hair more so. Okay, repetition. You know how when you went out there we had you do, we used cholesterol and you put the cholesterol on every piece. Okay, that would be as if that cholesterol was dark brown and we just had you put dark brown on every piece. So basically getting your hair tinted is repetition. There's no different colors in there. It's all the same. So whatever color you choose, you're repeating it over and over and over again. All right, so that will calm down the design. Okay, alternation, this is like putting foils in. You can see on her, you can see a little bit of red, a little bit of brown, a little bit of red, a little bit of brown. You're alternating the colors in the hair, and it makes it look more piecey because you're seeing different colors. This would be more like a balayage. It's just gradually going from one color down to another color down here, and it adds a lot of more movement. When people get that, their hair definitely looks like it has more movement in it. Okay? If you would put a darker color at the nape than in the rest of it, it will make that look smaller. Dark colors always look smaller, light colors look bigger, so lighter colors look like they have more volume. Okay, they put a dark shadow on her bangs with then an accent piece that will frame the face and create a focal point. On this one, they put lighter colors here. I was telling the girls this morning, believe it or not, I used to always have like a chunk of purple or a chunk of pink in here. That was my focal point of my hairdo. Okay? You're looking at a total composition, so it identifies, you identify the existing color, the color that they want, and how are you going to do it? Are you going to put it on all over? Are you going to use foils? Are you going to use a cap? Are you going to do something different? We're going to be talking about that. Okay, the 3 levels of observation. Basic. View it as if it's in black and white. Where do you see lighter colors and where do you see darker colors? Detail. What colors are you seeing? And abstract. How would you put the foils in to create that? Okay? All right, here's the same haircut. She has a solid color here, so basically your eye is drawn to the shape. Here she has an accent piece around her front hairline, so the tension goes there. And on this one, she's highlighted, so it looks more textured than that one. Okay, on this one, here's your solid color, repetition. Okay, this one is a focal point around the face, and this one looks like it has highlights in, so alternation. Blonde, brown, blonde, brown, blonde, brown, we're alternating. Okay, this one they took and they just put lighter colors on the ends to accent the ends. Then this one, they used a whole different color at the top of her head than the bottom of her head to create an interesting look. And then this one, they again did foils to create more texture to it. Okay, same thing here. We've got some, we're trying to create a focal point there. You've got your basic color, and then you've got more highlights. Okay, dark colors, like I said, they recede. So if you see anybody that gets their hair highlighted, if they have brown hair and they get blonde highlights, when you look at them, do you see the blonde first or the brown first? Say it louder. Blonde. Blonde pushes to the front, it comes towards you, brown recedes. Okay, so darker colors come back, lighter colors come forward. And that's always true. Lighter colors will look like they have more volume. Okay, so some questions to ask your clients. Should I go lighter? Should I go darker? Should I stay the same level? If I'm a level 5, should I stay a 5 but go a red 5 instead of a brown 5? Should I create textural interest? Do I want to get some highlights in there to make it look more interesting? Or should I create a dramatic effect by making a focal point? Okay? Now, here's a whole different idea. You can take colors and you can part the head off in certain areas and do different colors in those areas. So they did one color here, another color there. I believe they left this natural and then did a third color back there. Okay, here's some other ideas. If you had hair cut like mine, you could put a different color in the front and the back than in the middle. If you have long hair, this can be one color, this all can be one, and this can be one. So it could go light, medium, dark. And I think they have a picture there, it looks really pretty. This one, they took and put some foils right here. You know, if you are working in a salon and they're charging $200 for foils, and somebody comes in and they desperately want foils, but they only have $50, you can just do a focal point. If you do the top of their head, those highlights fall down over the rest of their hair, and you get basically the same effect, and you only had to put in maybe 10 foils rather than doing the whole head. They're happy, they got foiled. You're happy, you gained a customer you wouldn't have it otherwise. Okay, on this one, all they did was put some foils in the bang area. This is the one that they were showing before where they foiled the front, and this one they foiled around the perimeter. Now I'll have to test my editing skills to see if I can get all these put together. Okay, geometric shapes. Okay, so I've had my hair done like this many times for this longer bang area where they just put the foils in up there. This girl, they did foils and then they did some zonal color on her. And this one, they did the foils just around the inside perimeter right there. Okay, so artistic arrangement patterns for the design elements of form, texture, and color. Repetition is what? All one color. Alternation, example, 2 colors. Could be more, but yeah. Foils. Progression, this is a really pretty one. If you have your hair layered like that, okay, you can see the darker color at the bottom, then a medium color, then a lighter color. Or if you have a solid haircut, as you swing your head around, you can see those colors pop out. and then contrast like that girl with the blonde hair. Okay, change the color, change the effect. Okay, someone might join a band and they want an edgier look. Color can do that for you. Someone might graduate from college and want a more professional look. Color can do that for you. Okay, so you can go all different ways with it. All right, so dramatic color transformation or subtly reduce the amount of gray. Okay, do you have your papers? Okay, number them. Make sure your name's on it. Did anybody come up with any good questions that weren't on the slides? There was some good stuff I said. Okay, number 1, color transformation does not visually change or enhance the form of a design. True or false? I'm sorry?
Say everything you just said.
I said, well, first, we're just going to do these, so just answer these.
Okay.
And then if you got any good questions on there, it'll be on the same paper. Okay, color transformation does not visually change or enhance the form of a design. Number 2, a repetition of a dark color enhances the texture of a design. Number 3, color designing is part of a total composition. Number 4, the 3 levels of observation are basic, detail, and I said make sure you remember this last word. It starts with an A. It's when you show the little drawing. Number 5, subdividing the head into multiple areas to create a color design with a combination of colors. Okay, the girl that had the light, the medium, and the dark starts with a Z. Starts with a Z. When you're done, put down your pencil so I know you're done, and we'll check it. This morning somebody said, I knew that answer, but I was afraid to put it down. What do you have to lose? Put it down, give it a shot. Worst is you just don't get that point. You good? You okay, Morgan?
I guess.
Okay. All right, number 1, true or false? What do you guys think? Anybody? False. Okay, number 2, true or false? False. Number 3, true or false? True. Number 4, the 3 levels of observation, basic, detail, and abstract. Excellent. And subdividing the head starts with a Z. Zones. Excellent. Put how many you got right?
You just put just zones, that's so right.
What's wrong?
I didn't put the S after zone.
Oh, zone is okay.